Now, we've also got Neil Thompson with us, and Neil's going to explore for us a little bit more about what these researchers discovered. There's 8 factors.
There is.
Yeah.
Yep, 8 factors that you can use to actually exercise your brain.
The spiritual part of your brain.
That's right. And James, I'm exercising one of them right now. This is
Okay.
quite amazing how a smile actually can just change your mood and just elevate so much of what's taking place.
So a
there.
smile fires off the neurochemicals operating here.
That's right. I mean, you know,
That's the spiritual part of the brain.
it's a case of you could actually fake it till you make it. You know, you could actually just smile and it starts just to enhance your brain.
So what else did they find?
Well, that if you could actually stay intellectually active, you know, like, you know, what's 24 times 4?
Okay, well, that's a no-brainer.
Well, that's 25 times 4 less 4, which is 96.
Yeah, okay.
So just exercising the brain actually just keeps things going.
Sure.
Another one is relax,
Okay.
and the art of relaxing. You know, take deep breaths. Just slow your breathing down to about 3 breaths a minute. So once every 20 seconds, you draw another deep breath. And whenever you're really stressed, that just helps your brain and just gets yourself focused.
It fires off those chemicals in the front again.
Absolutely. It gets your frontal lobe actually just really going. And here's a really weird one. And you mention it and people will want to start doing it almost straight away, and that is you yawn. Now, a yawn is...
I'm trying to stop now.
Yeah, I know. But, you know, their brainstem studies show that yawning evokes neural activity in that same part that Ben was talking about. It's weird, I know. And that in these different studies, that when you yawn, you don't just relax, but it fires off this centre in your brain. And it's kind of like a form of exercise. You know, it increases your neurochemicals. It brings a heightened state of cognitive awareness. It regulates the temperature and metabolism of your brain. It's just so weird, but it's a great exercise.
I feel like we're yawning now just talking about it. I guess that's why Neil looks forward to people yawning in his church services.
Well, yeah, you know, I just know, hey, they're getting in the zone. That's it.
Okay,
Well, I don't know.
What else they found?
Well, they found that if you pray or meditate, in fact, you know, Neil Nedley in his research in depression recovery found that if people would just meditate on things like the Proverbs and so on, while they listen to a bit of classical music, that can actually just fire up that part of the brain and lead to an increased amount of recovery, just because you're meditating on something that's really positive. Of course, what Phil was talking about, aerobic exercise, that just releases the endorphins in your brain and just gets that really happening. Another one, this is number 2 on the list, was cosmic communication. That's a great title, but simply what it means is talking about God, exploring issues of faith, actually praying, and those kind of things actually just get that part
This
of
is
the
where
brain.
even atheists who talk about the non-existence of God are firing the brain there.
That's right, because it actually just all links into that centre of our brain. And then the number 1 exercise that they've got is, of course, faith. And, you know, faith is that thing that actually links us to the intangibles in our life, but in such a way that it actually gets this centre of our brain actually excited and moving. It's the best way to exercise your brain, no matter what choice you've made, physically, emotionally, whatever. Faith is a thing that actually starts to get that all connected and brings it all in. It's amazing.
Okay, so you've got to exercise faith like you do a muscle also?
Absolutely. So you've actually got to start placing your trust. And so, you know,
something you can't see.
In something you can't see, you can place your trust in others around you, but ultimately you've got to place your trust in the Creator God.
Okay, and so the researchers did discover that having faith, expressing faith, exercising faith was the single most important activity that fires off this part of our mind and re-engages us towards wholeness.
Absolutely. I mean, survivors of like World War II, Viktor Frankl being one of them, discovered that the thing which led people to survive the death camps was actually having a faith in something beyond.